Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is making a massive move towards the upside. And even though yesterday we ended up closing in the red, I think nearly every single one of you can see that what we are forming right now is looking extremely bullish. This breakout for Bitcoin is looking juicy, and I'd say most importantly, what we were talking about just yesterday, if we refresh it, can be seen a little bit more clearly because the prices have changed ever so slightly as we didn't really make any massive moves here recently. It's just been a slow and steady grind towards the upside. But right now, we're on the brink of it basically. There's $2.5 billion worth of liquidation leverage right around us. Right here. And again, to put it into perspective, we talked about it before, but I'll say it again. A liquidation event occurs when a trader's positions are closed due to price fluctuations and their margin account balance is insufficient to cover the open position. To prevent further losses for both traders and exchanges, most exchanges offer a liquidation level, which is the price at which the leveraged trades will forcibly be closed. The traders who can estimate the liquidation levels of other traders, which is why people that trade with big sizes either don't put their leverage amount, so about how much they trade it with, or where they bought in, so nobody can calculate, or at least it's less easy to calculate these events. Anyway, but people who can basically find out those levels for others may gain an advantage similar to understanding high liquidity in the order book. The liquidation heat map right here attempts to predict where significant liquidations may occur to help traders find the best liquidity positions. And the conclusion is usually these massive liquidation areas act as magnets. And that's also what we've established throughout the last couple of weeks and why we kept saying that this $67,000 level is so crucial and so important. It's because wherever there's massive amounts of liquidity is where the price heads towards. And if we zoom out ever so slightly, this is also why we pointed out that it really makes too much sense for it to go towards the upside because there's such massive numbers here at $74,000 that is just it's bound to happen basically. But again, the first massive line is right here upon us at $68,000-ish. You know, there's a couple levels here, but let's just say around these prices. And that's because that's basically where the top was at back here in April, which was a very considerable lower high. And so if we take out that level, this top, if we blow it out, we've basically started a new trend and people then will probably start fantasizing about a crazy bull phase again. Now, on a similar thought, Ethereum also is having itself a breakout with a double top, had a day of a slight comeback, and right now today I actually attempted it again, but still, I think this is the most important level to watch for Ethereum right now, roughly $3,100 and let's say $30. For Bitcoin, it kind of depends on which exchange you're watching. But on most exchanges, I think that we've actually already made the structure. We took out this top, but again, as I said, it just kind of depends on which exchange you're looking at. Anyway, what's also quite peculiar is yesterday we were talking about the most bullish daily close for Bitcoin in a good while. Again, if we were to cross a lot above these levels, which we were looking to do, but it ended up coming down really hard. Over on a weekly perspective though, guys, I can't make this more bullish for you. This is one of the most amazing formations I've seen in a long while, and I guess the only thing I can add to it is that right now, from a little bit of a broader perspective, I brought this up yesterday also, we're looking at the cup and handle pattern that's just bound to break out really hard with some massive targets, and that's basically what I gotta leave you out with here. Almost everything right now in the crypto space is just flashing bullish. Yes, there are people being pretty bearish, but if you want to understand why, just check out the previous video. Right now, though, almost every sign we've got is just full send. And there are a couple slight hiccups in the way, but I don't really think there's any chance that as long as the S&P kind of beats itself time and time again here with newer highs and newer highs, which it just did again, that Bitcoin doesn't continue on this pace. But once more, if the S&P has a local top and actually starts trending downwards again, I do expect Bitcoin within 1 to 2 weeks to also follow suit and kind of break away from this new pattern that it's been making of higher highs and higher lows. Again, a very slight downwards move before continuing up, just like how I presented here in this chart. Also would not be too bad to basically top out at these April 22nd levels, have a slight little correction, a low couple percent pullback or so before moving forward would not be too crazy. And I'll say a side note, if you're still looking for a crypto exchange to trade on, the one I personally use is called Bybit. I've left the link down below. But if that's not available to you, you can check out Deepcoin, also linked down below. And there's also a link to VPN if that's what you're interested in. But yeah, that's about it.